Hey everyone, what is going on? In this video, I will show you how you can pick up items around you. I will use my inventory series, but you can also do this with your own inventory system. Here's the preview, and as you can see, I move to the items and I press E. Every time I press E, I pick up a random item. I also can directly look at an item and then see the item name in a simple widget. When I look at the item and press E, this item I'm currently looking at will be picked up first, and then I can just pick up randomly items again. Let's start. If you did the inventory series before, you would have already a simple pickup trace and the item info display. And because this video is an alternative way, let's unplug the current way. Go to your BP third person character, and inside here make sure the start display item info is unplugged. And then let's go to the WB HUD, where our item info display is located, and inside here search for visibility and set it to collapsed. The last thing we want to do, go back to the BP third person character, and not the BP third person character, sorry, go to the AC inventory, where our pickup logic is at the moment, and disconnect this too, so we can start from a clean point. Now we go here over the items, and you can see we can't pick up when I press E. The first thing we want to add is a sphere collision. So this will be the collision where we search for the items that we can pick up. So go here and change the radius to, for example, 100 or 130. This will be the radius where we can pick up the items. Normally I would now make the logic in the AC inventory, but because maybe some people here don't have the AC inventory and only the BP character, we will do this in the BP character. So here we want to get the sphere collision, and from that we want to get overlapping actors. I will go to the AC inventory and will pick my input action pickup, but you can also just search for an E key or something like this, the key you want to pick up the item. From this, I want to get a for each loop with break, and then I want to go over all the overlapping actors. And from here, I will use my AC inventory and will try to add the item. Like this. I give the hit actor, and inside here I can quickly show this. I just have a cast to master pickup item, and then I just do all my logic. You can see this in the previous videos, or you have your own logic to pick up an item. Then after this, we want to check if we added or not. And if we did, we want to destroy the actor. The actor we want to destroy is the one we currently are looping through. And because I just want to get always one item, we will then break out of this. And make sure that you don't use triggered if you have an input action, but you start it or complete it, so it doesn't get triggered multiple times. Triggered will trigger when you press and when you release. Now we can just go in here and press E to pick some random items, as you can see here. If you want to debug this, you can go onto the sphere and say hidden in-game, and you can see where you have the items. So if I go here, I can only pick the items up that are in the sphere. So when I have some more items, it will go through all the actors and pick them up one after one. Next, let's create our widget. So I go here in my widgets folder and we'll create a new widget blueprint. I will call this WB underscore in-game item info, like this. Open this up, and inside here we want to have a size box like this. Then we want to have a border like this, and last but not least, a text that we can display. So here on the top right we want to have desired on screen. Desired, like this. Go to the size box, and here I like to give it min desired height, which is 54 for me. Then I go to the border and I change the draw as to rounded box, like this. Then I want to change the color to black one. And I want to turn down the opacity. Then I go to the outline settings and inside here, I change this to 6. And if you want to have not like this, crazy rounded border, you just pick here the fixed radius and then it will, just use the fixed radius that you put in here in the corner radius. Then on the border, let's see if we have everything right. No, I want to vertical align this one. And then the next one will be our text. And here the text I like to give a left padding of 10, top 5, right 10, and bottom also 5. It's a bit, more smooth. You can change it how you like it. Then the last thing, I want to create a binding for the text. And I promote this to a variable called simply text. And that's it here. Next step would be to add the in-game item info to the master item you have. In my case, this is inside the inventory, my A master pickup item or my A SM master pickup item. So these two, I will pick the A master pickup item. And inside here, I can just simply add a widget like this. And then I will set the space to screen, so it will it get attached to the screen and not to the wall space. And then I will search for my currently or newly created WB. This will be this one. And then I want to draw at desired size like this. We'll already see this in the world, so play. And as you can see, we have everything, this empty item widget. So before we work on the visibility, let's go to the event graph. And on event pick and play, we want to create a widget. So we have the reference to our WB in-game item info, this one. Promote to a variable, in-game item info ref. And then we pick the widget from the components and we set the widget with this node. And then we have the current, or we have a reference for this widget and we put it into the widget. So now we can alter this variable and it will automatically show inside the widget we connected here. Also, what I want to do is I want to get the widget and add relative location, this one, so that we have our widget and we can add the Z space depending on how big or how small our item is. And for that to work, we need to promote this to a variable. Can call this widget location. And I want to make it instant editable and expose on spawn like this. And the last thing we want to do here is to set the text. And for that, we need our in-game item info ref. So we can get the variable that we created, set text, this one. And then we get the item name and we just plug it in here. And now when you play, you can see that all the items have this widget, which automatically rotates to the screen or to the camera. And we also have the text. So now we go to the widget and we say hidden. And hidden in-game, we say true. Now we don't have the problem that all the widgets are showing. We only want to show the items we are looking at. So let's do this. So for the player to talk to the item, we will need a blueprint interface. If you made all the videos before, you will have a blueprint interface called BI item interaction, this one, where we have the start outline function. And if you don't have this, create this blueprint interface like this here. And add only a new variable called show item info. So this will be our new function that we use to show the item info. If you didn't made the tutorial before and you don't have the BI item interaction before, you will go to the top master pickup item where your widget is, and you will go here to class settings, and you can just simply add here the BI underscore item interaction. But for us, we have a child blueprint of this, which is called ASM master pickup item, where we already implemented the interface. We can just work inside here. So here, search for event, show item info, and we can here work here. Only make sure that you use it in a master pickup item. So all the child blueprints like the sword and the melon will inherit the settings from this class. So inside here, we just want to get the widget and want to set hidden in-game. Like this, new hidden will be false, so then it will be shown. After that, we want to retrigger delay. So we show this for 0.5 seconds. And after that, we just set it to hidden again. This value here shows how long the item info is displayed after you don't look at the item anymore. So now we did the logic for the receiving part. Now we need to do the logic for the sending part. And the sending part will be our BP third person character. And inside here, we search for the event begin play. For me, it's here, and I have a lot of logic already happening here, as you can see. And I will just leave this all. You can, at the end, just add a new set timer by event. Enable the looping, and for the time, let's take 0.1. And then we want to add a custom event. And we call this show item widget or item info widget. You can of course also use the set timer by function, but I will, for the sake of simplicity, use the set timer by event. So every 0.1 seconds, we want to sphere trace so that we can get the currently looking item. For that, we need the follow camera. We get the world location, which will be our start position. And then from the follow camera, we get the forward vector. So we get the direction the camera is looking at. And now we want to add a float to it. So to float. And this will be our camera length, which is 400. You can just plug and get the target arm length. And then we want to add to this the radius. So here I have 130. And then I plug this in. I pick here a big radius like 30. And then for duration, so we can debug this. And make sure that you also here at the end at the starting position. Plug this in and then that. And for the target arm length, we actually don't want to have 130, but we want to divide this by 2. So pick 65. And then when you play, you can see now the we see what we're looking inside our widget, or inside our trace. And give this a little bit more offset, like 75, which is better, I think. Yeah, much better. And then we can go here to the trace. As always, check if we hit something. And if we hit something, we break the hit result, get the hit icter, and then we search for object implement interface. Like this. Then we pick our BI item interaction. This one. And we also check if this is true. And I think in other engine versions, this is called does object implement interface. So just search for implement interface and pick the one that is there for you. And if it's implementing this interface, then it means we can show the item info, which is part of this interface. This is a double check. And now you can just play, and we can go here to item, make sure that this item is inside our sphere trace, and then we can go over it, and you can see we can see the item info. Now you can play with the values. I will pick here a smaller value like 10. I want to increase this so we can also pick up, or not pick up, but see the widget from items that are not inside our trace. Or you can just increase the sphere trace. So you're completely free here. But you should think about making it realistic. So don't make a sphere trace that has 10,000 radius or something like this. Then you can go in here when you're ready and search for the hidden in-game, and you can again say that this sphere should be hidden in-game. And then you can also say here none. So now when we play and we go in here, maybe I shouldn't decrease the radius too much to get this again. Let's see. Now you can see, no, because this X is too far, I can't see what it is. So let's increase this again by 115 or something like this. And then you can see, okay, I can see the items. This is too far, but the outline started. So maybe if you have the outline, you can just go to the outline, which is start highlight trace. And inside here, want to make sure that we have the same target arm length that we have here. So here it's 115. So let's do this here too. You can also do this to a variable, then it's a little bit simpler. So now now this is matching what we're doing. Now I want to add a logic that we first pick the item up that we're currently looking at. So for that to work, we need the hit actor, and we promote this to a variable, and we call this currently looking actor. Like this. And if it implements the interface, then we know it's the correct actor, and we can set it to the currently looking actor. And if we not looking at an item that has this interface, we want to set it to null again. And the same goes here. If we hit the ground or something like this, we want to set it to null. So this will be needed now at the pickup. So search here for your pickup input action, this one. And now we want to check if the currently looking actor, if it's valid. So if it's valid, we know that we currently have an item that we're looking on. Now we want to do other code than we do normally. So if it's not valid, we just want to pick up the item that's inside the sphere trace. And if we are looking at an item, we want to do the same, but we want to have also a check here if it's the item that we are currently looking at. So copy paste this, and then here plug the isValid in, and from the overlapping actors, check for the equal and check if it's equal to the currently looking actor. In this case, we search for the first item that is our currently looking actor, and we just pick this item up. Connect this all like this. And also you can see here my hit actor is not connected anymore. Connect this to the array element, and then we can play, go here somewhere, and we look at the thread, we press E, and you can see that the thread get added. If we don't look at anything, I will just pick up random items. So now I'm again looking at this here, this X. You can see my sphere trace is a bit too big. So let's go in here. Let's make it small. Now we can precisely pick up items, for example, like this. Or maybe when we have here wood and watermelon, exactly near each other, we can pick on the wood and it will pick up the wood. So now It's much better. One small thing we need to add, if you have physics-based item like I have, you need to go here to the event show item info, and inside here you need to get the world location from the mesh, like this. Get in the widget and then set the world location. So we always, when we show at the item, set the world location of the widget again to the where the item currently is. And then we also want to add the offset again. So in my case, I go to the master pickup item, I pick here the code, and I just copy paste it in here. You can see I also have the widget location, which is a variable from the parent, like this. And then I want to set the hidden in-game and the retrigger and everything we did here, like this. When you play, you can see I can kick the items and the widget will still be there where the item lies currently, like this. So you can also do some logic that when you're currently looking at it and you kick it, that the text will move with the item, but I think this will be too much for this video. And the last thing I want to show is that you now can go to your items. For example, the X that we just saw, and can now, or you should imagine this one now is a big item. Then we want to set the location, the widget location, to another offset, so that maybe the item name is somewhere here. Then you will just play with the values in here. I will, for demonstration, just plug in here 150 or DZ. And now when you go in here on the X, you can see it's much higher. This is important for items that are, for example, cars, or you want to have a bookshelf or something, then you can just play with these values. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, come join my Discord and I will try to answer all of them. See you in the next one.